Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting futuristic technologies, personal flying cars. How close are we to actually seeing them in our skies? From innovative prototypes to regulatory challenges, we'll explore the latest developments shaping this revolutionary mode of transport. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or just curious about flying vehicles, this video has something for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates. Number 5. Early prototypes. Early prototypes of personal flying cars represent the first tangible steps toward making this futuristic concept a reality. These vehicles are usually small, lightweight, and designed for limited experimental flights rather than mass production. Companies around the world are testing different designs, ranging from drone-like vertical takeoff and landing (VTOL) vehicles to hybrid models that can operate both on roads and in the air. The focus of these prototypes is primarily on safety, stability, and maneuverability, as developers try to ensure that these vehicles can handle varying weather conditions and urban environments. Some prototypes resemble small helicopters with rotors, while others look more like sleek cars with wings or propellers integrated into the chassis. These early models are often expensive and not intended for commercial sale, serving more as proof-of-concept platforms to test new technologies. Despite their limitations, they are critical for advancing battery efficiency, lightweight materials, and autonomous navigation systems. Each test flight provides engineers with valuable data to improve performance, reliability, and safety. As a result, early prototypes are the foundation of the personal flying car industry, gradually paving the way for the vehicles that may one day become part of everyday urban transport. Number 4. Regulatory hurdles. One of the biggest challenges facing personal flying cars is navigating complex regulatory frameworks. Unlike conventional vehicles, flying cars operate in both airspace and on roads, which means they must comply with aviation authorities as well as ground transportation regulations. Safety standards are particularly stringent because a malfunction in the air could have catastrophic consequences. Authorities are still defining rules for pilot licensing, vehicle certification, and operational limits to ensure that flying cars do not endanger passengers or people on the ground. Air traffic management is another critical issue. Introducing thousands of personal flying vehicles into urban skies requires a completely new system for tracking, communication, and collision avoidance. Noise regulations and environmental concerns add further layers of complexity, as authorities must balance technological innovation with public acceptance. In addition, international standards need harmonization, especially if flying cars are expected to cross borders. Until governments and aviation agencies finalize these frameworks, large-scale commercial deployment remains limited. Companies developing flying cars must work closely with regulators to test their vehicles safely and prove compliance with evolving rules. Overall, regulatory hurdles are not just bureaucratic obstacles. They are essential for ensuring safe and sustainable integration of personal flying cars into everyday life. Number 3. Battery and fuel tech. One of the biggest challenges for personal flying cars is developing battery and fuel technology that can support safe, efficient, and practical flight. Traditional car batteries and fuel systems are not designed to lift vehicles off the ground, so engineers are exploring lightweight, high-capacity batteries and hybrid power systems. Electric propulsion is ideal for short urban flights because it produces zero emissions and reduces noise, but current battery technology limits flight time and range. Hybrid engines, combining electric motors with small combustion engines, offer longer distances, but add weight and complexity. Researchers are also working on fast-charging systems and energy-dense fuels to ensure flying cars can operate continuously without long downtimes. Safety is another critical factor. Batteries must withstand high temperatures, sudden impacts, and extended usage without risk of fire or failure. Advances in materials science, like lighter carbon composites, are helping reduce vehicle weight, which in turn lowers energy consumption. The success of personal flying cars heavily depends on these breakthroughs in energy storage and propulsion, as they will determine how far, fast, and efficiently these vehicles can operate in real-world conditions, making the technology both practical and accessible for future urban mobility. Number 2. Urban air. Urban air mobility, UAM, is a critical factor in bringing personal flying cars into everyday life. As more prototypes and test flights are developed, cities are exploring ways to integrate airborne vehicles safely into densely populated areas. This involves designing specific flight corridors above streets and neighborhoods, which reduce the risk of accidents and avoid interference with traditional air traffic. Infrastructure, such as vertiports, small takeoff and landing hubs, needs to be strategically placed to allow convenient access for users while maintaining safety. Noise management is another major consideration, as multiple flying vehicles in the air could create significant disturbances if not properly controlled. Advanced navigation systems, automated traffic monitoring, and real-time communication networks are essential to ensure that flying cars do not collide with each other or with conventional aircraft. Urban planners are also factoring in environmental impacts, including emissions for hybrid or fuel-powered models and energy efficiency for electric vehicles. Overall, urban air mobility is not just about creating flying cars, but establishing a fully functional ecosystem that supports safe, efficient, and practical airborne transportation in cities. This groundwork will determine how seamlessly flying cars can become a part of our daily commute in the future. Number 1. Market arrival. The arrival of personal flying cars in the commercial market is gradually becoming a reality, though it is still in its early stages. Companies like Terrafugia, PALV, and Aeromobile have been actively developing flying car prototypes that are designed for limited production and early adopters. These vehicles aim to combine the convenience of a traditional car with the flexibility of a small aircraft, targeting niche markets rather than mass adoption at first. The high costs associated with research, production, and safety certifications mean that initial models will be expensive, accessible mainly to wealthy individuals or specialized service providers. Alongside price, infrastructure is a key factor. Designated takeoff and landing zones, vertical parking, and integration with existing road and air traffic systems are necessary to ensure safe operation. Additionally, regulatory approvals are required before these vehicles can legally operate in urban environments, which has delayed wider market access. Despite these hurdles, recent test flights, pre-orders, and government interests indicate that a commercial rollout is imminent. Over the next few years, flying cars are expected to transition from experimental prototypes to real-world vehicles, offering a glimpse into the future of urban transportation and redefining how people think about commuting. Thanks for watching. Personal flying cars may still be on the horizon, but the progress is incredible. Keep an eye on this space as technology advances. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of transport, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting content.